Hello everyone and welcome back to Bandai Product and Figure Review. I have a really cool episode ready for us today, and we're going to be looking at a particular product that Bandai has released, and this is a very interesting thing. I've never actually seen this anywhere else before, for at least Bandai, so this is very new, and when I saw this, I'm like, I'm taking this home and seeing how well it is, because this is going to help me out with transporting my Gundams. And so what did I find at my local hobby shop that would help out with that? And that is none other than a multi-builder case. And as we can see, it has a lot of interesting compartmentalization to it. So we're actually going to be diving into this and taking a look at what kind of models can all fit in here, because on the cover it looks like it also holds the 30-minute mission. So let's see if we can actually put some Gundams and which ones can and cannot fit in this. Alrighty, as we can see, this has a really nice instruction on here. So this actually has a nice little thing that is actually taped, so we can pop it on the other side. And it looks like these are fairly stackable if you get multiples of these boxes. So that's going to be very interesting. Overall, it looks really nice. So let's actually take a look at the inside. So this is like a really nice, good size box here. And it's hard plastic, and it's really nice. And as we can see on here, it actually has a lid that can act as a makeshift tool section. So we can put like our pens, various other tools, our little nippers and stuff like that. So this is a nice little work tray that you can actually work from when you're taking this like out on the thing. Packaging, like as we can see, I have actually not opened this at all. So this is almost looking like how a box lunch is. And it looks like we have some dividers here. So let's take a look at the inside of this real quick. So we can see that there are these little slots right here. These are going to have these lovely dividers that comes in. So let's actually put all of this together. So as we can see, it has a nice little divider, and we can actually put 4 different robots on here. So let's take a look at what models can actually fit in here. Starting off with the advertised one that it says it can hold is the 30-minute mission model kits. And that holds fairly well, nicely in here, just like it's depicted. Moving on to another model kit, I have a real grade RX-78. So let's get this in a nice little holder pose. Probably the beam saber is not necessarily going to fit, but this is a 1/44 scale real grade model kit. Unfortunately, it looks like with some of the stuff, it looks like it's too big to fit at least the Gundam Unicorn. But that's where these lovely dividers can come in, and we can slide it, and we can actually put him right in here. And as we can see, he actually does take up quite a bit of space in here. So most likely we may end up only having enough for maybe 3 units per se to actually fit in here. And here is one of our last models we're going to nicely place in here, and this is a 1/44 scale high grade Zaku, and he looks like he fits in here pretty good. So for the 30-minute, it looks like you'll be able to fit 4 really nicely in here, while with the Gundams you may only be able to fit 3 in here. So that's still pretty good. Again, these are fairly smaller silhouettes compared to these little bad boys. So now moving back to here, we can actually put a whole bunch of we can just stack it up just like that. And this is where it's really cool that we can actually just put our weapons right in here. And as we can see, we can fill this fairly well with a lot of different parts. And if we actually take some of these lovely dividers off, we can actually put our stands right in here, which is very helpful when you are trying to transport these and you need a little bit more extra space. So we can easily just fold these little bad boys up. Let's pop him off, and we can slide that right in here. And so we have a lot of our stands already ready to go. So this makes it really nice for nice transportation, and the lid just pops right on like so. Now we can physically take our Gundams, making sure you understand which side is up, because the only downside is you have to be careful for your Gundams that have like the V, because that, as you can see, if it's not fully on there, that can kind of bump in. So the ones that I would recommend mostly are probably more of the grunt units, where you're not going to have a lot of parts going to be popping off, but overall it looks like it's really good. And worst case scenario, you could always just pop the head off, leave him in there, and you can put him in one of the little trays, just like so, and you can transport him really nicely, or put this in a little box or something that can easily fit in this nice little tray. So overall, this is looking like it will be a really cool way of transporting my Gundams, and I actually highly recommend this. This is going to be very, very useful, especially when I go to conventions and do a lot of my build tutorial panels, that this will actually help me bring some of my tools along, as well as some display models. And as the instruction says on here, these are stackable, so I can get a whole bunch of these and just stack them together and be able to transport the Gundams. Alrighty everyone, that's going to conclude this episode. I hope you enjoyed this in-depth of the multi-builders box. And this is, I highly recommend actually getting this. As we can see, it's a really nice, good size. It can hold quite a few Gundams, with at least 3 Gundams and 4 of the 30-minute and 30-minute sister model kits, and various weapons and pieces. And it's a nice little workstation where you can put your robot in here as you are working, just to have a nice little display, or when you try to take these out. So would I recommend this? Yes, I would definitely recommend this. It's a nice way of storing some of your Gundams if you need to put them in storage. These are in a nice hard case, and I definitely am surprised that Bandai took this long to actually make something like this, because this is so useful. Usually when you try to get cases and stuff like that, they can range to about $50, but this is only about $26 for at my local hobby shop. You might be able to find them a little bit more inexpensive, maybe somewhere else, but if you are at Hobbytown USA, definitely look around in your Gundam section to see if they actually have these cases. And if you like this type of content, please like and subscribe. You guys are what's making this channel grow. And I also have started a Discord channel too. Link is down in the description, so definitely leave those comments down there. And too, it just started, so there's not a lot of conversation, so let's get that started. And I will see you guys in the next episode.